Hello, welcome back. Let me just make sure everything's working proper. Give me just a sec. Alright, it looks like sound is working good. Just get set up here. Alright. Okay. Well, thank you very, very much for tuning back in. This is Pac Man, as always. And we're going to go ahead and continue with our Alexandria build today. We got kind of like our initial thing started. I actually started doing a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of toying around with what exactly I can do with this thing. I actually decided to radically change a little bit of the structure. So, what I got to do right now is this. Let me get a good enough distance away. But I extended actually the size of the tower by quite a bit. I actually ended up capping it. I took a look at it, and it just was not, it was just wasn't cutting it for me. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and I guess recap it, and then from there we'll go ahead and continue with the outer walls. I'm gonna extend the outer walls also. I just pretty much made it much larger in scale than it previously was. So I don't know. That's just me. I always end up doing that. But okay. So those are deleted. Let's go ahead and oops. Okay, so I'm starting with concrete, but then we are open to actually changing this to a combination of like concrete and wood. We can also do a combination of many other different things. But this is my general kind of idea for now. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta just get all this. And just like I was saying earlier, I mean, you start laying something down, you kind of take a look at it for a second, and from there you can really tell exactly what you need to add, what you need to subtract, and really what you can do with the structure in itself. So back up, let's go ahead and make the center cross section. I made it nice and symmetrical, but we can actually make a step to it because it has a slope, but then there's no, slope walls that you can choose from in here. So we can't really replicate the minor slope, but what we can do is we can step it as we go along. This right here, though, this is more or less so we can see what it looks like capped, and it'll give us a better idea of what we're going to actually do to add or subtract to this monstrosity. But I bought a few thousand more ferrite dust. I burned through most of it rather quickly. Hopefully, though, we'll be able to get at least this upper section done before I'll have to restock. So, alright, that looks like all the floor. I may have to reposition so I can go ahead and continue building, but we'll do what we can for now. Let me see. I'm probably going to have to do this. Ah, shit. I gotta find out where that extra wall went. Ah, there you are. Okay, now it's time to just cap the pieces. We'll use regular floors. Alright. So that caps it, right? Let's zoom out a bit. So that is now the base of the tower. Okay. I think that does pretty well, and that actually allows us to get a lot more done. Now, I widened it out, but I do want to bring it out a bit more. So what I am going to do is delete this inner wall here. Go ahead and delete these. Okay, and I'm going to bring it out, I think. Let me see. Just build some concrete walls. I think I'm going to build it out a full 3 in distance. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's go ahead and get this done. So we need, let's do 1 solid there. All right, and this is going to be the inner portion of the wall right here. This one. All right, and we'll do it, yeah, as a factor like this. That makes it pretty much 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on each side. Oh, yeah, that's right. I did have some tunes playing in the background. Let me turn those on real quick. I apologize. All right, there we go. And I've just got to make sure that it's equidistant on this side as well. So the distance that we are, it'd be best to build that at a corner like this. So at the distance that we're at, we need it to be equidistant from the inner wall at a factor of 3. So we need it to come out to there. Yeah, that works right there. Okay, and we'll keep those walls in kind of like a like training wheels type of deal. And then we'll go ahead and alternate it inward. That one is going to be a little bit more difficult because it's buried. I'd rather do this side first that you can actually see. So let's do that. So I'm going to have to do kind of like the same motif on each side. These doors. So let's see. I should have 3 solids, 3 partials. Okay, I think that's good. We can disassemble these now. Okay, and I'm just gonna have to change the position of where I am so that it's easier to do this, but I think you're getting the picture now at least, what exactly I'm trying to do here. I actually don't even need those. Okay, cool. So that, I think, is a good representation right there of the tower and the inner wall. Let's go ahead and space it. Now, we're probably going to make this 1 wide. Okay, and that's just so I can more easily space everything out here. Yeah, I'll get into camera mode, I think, now. Okay, finally ran out of materials. But yeah, you see what I'm getting at now. I'll leave that one there just to... Well, no, I should probably get rid of that. Okay, I am totally out of materials now. Okay. So that's one more step kind of in this chain. Let's take a step back, take a look at it, see if we can notice anything that we really just want to change immediately. Now, that inner wall over there is going to be gone, so we don't have to worry about that. But I think that's a good start for kind of like, I guess, the bottom section. Now, what I'm going to do right now is just pull up this picture one more time. So, every picture that I've been looking at of it gives it like, you know, kind of like that slant, but we can't replicate that. All we can do is maybe step it by one, but then I don't know how that's going to look. I think that would actually look kind of funny. We just need to pretty much replicate this upper section now and get the towers and everything working. But so far, I think that's okay. I mean, we're going to have to figure out, though, how to make it look more sloped. What I'm thinking is I could cut it right here, right? At that point right there. And then I could take out that center wall and I could kind of narrow the entire tower. But then the thing is that I don't know how that's going to look once it gets to the top. I think it would look much better if we kind of did without that, you know? I don't know. Again, work in progress. We'll see how it looks as it comes along. Let's go ahead and get to a system where we can buy some supplies. Yeah, whatever. We'll go to that one. Ah, abandoned system. Well, I'm not going to get much supplies here, but at least there will be some. $580, that's like nothing. Ah. Alright, well, I guess we're going to another system. I can always check the back rooms, see if they have like maybe a storage room back here. This is all carbon. I guess we should check out the other side. I did not check out the Atlas room there. Okay, so nothing. Alright, well, let's go someplace else. What? Yeah, whatever. We'll go to this one right here. Any station where I can buy ferrite dust, really. Just a second, check on something with my hand. Alright, how much can I buy? Jeez. What is with this epically low supply of ferrite dust? Did I like buy out the entire freaking galaxy? Jeez. Well, how about rusted metal? Do you sell rusted metal? No, you do not. No ships? Alright. Well, we're warping somewhere else then. Screw you guys, I'm going home. Let's see, oh yeah, but we'll just go to that one. Again, I'm just going to random stations right now. Anything really that's in this universe, galaxy, whatever. Jeez, nobody's got a good supply. You know what? That's enough to get started. That is enough to get started. That's fine. Okay, so we need to find. It's this one. Depenum. I just know because I can't pronounce that shit at all. So. Take it. All right. So, continuing. All right. I believe we were doing what? This side over here, right? Let's do it. So let me get into the central area right here, right? So I can activate camera mode and we can get the most coverage while we're out here. So what I am going to need, I do have a short wall here already. So let's go ahead and start adding. I'm going to go with standard and we'll go with short. You know, that doesn't look right, actually. Let me take a look at this other side really quick. I don't know what I did wrong there. Yeah, it should be boom, boom. Okay. Love this music, it's so epic. Oh shit, wrong type of piece. That looks much better. Okay. Okay, I think that works well. Alright, so let's continue, I guess, with, well, let's switch positions, get on the other side. You know what? I'll take all the freaking ferrite dust I can take. Alright. So, back to business. Okay. So that is pretty much this outer shell done once this is done. Okay, so we just need to finish this outer wall here. Alrighty then, and we can actually do this as well. Let's get doorways set up in each one of these. Alright, I think that looks good. I think that looks pretty damn good. Alright, so I figure, let's go back over here. These are also kind of like capped off at the end. I do have to try and replicate that effect. But I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it. The size of the caps is just going to be huge, you know? And not really conducive to our cause, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to quite do about it, but we will figure it out. I'm just going to kind of leave that hollow for right now. From there, I need to figure out this inside and pretty much exactly how many inside blocks I'm going to need so I can go ahead and organize all of that correctly. And you don't want to cheap out. You want to do them all. That way you can properly, snap onto them and whatnot. So let's see. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. So we've got exactly 21. If we take out center, then we can do 20 across. But then we are going to also do border. So we should actually be more than good, because I'm going to keep border, right? And I'm just going to do those because those are the ones you can really see right now. Okay, so let's do regular concrete floor just to get a gauge of this. See, I have enough room to do it completely even like that, right? And in fact, I could probably do this just to make it look a little bit more artistic. We do 2, right? 2 regulars, and then from there we do 2 shorts like that, right? And then we could do the same actually for in here. Get like a nice pattern going, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's extend out the small blocks as well. I need to do this all at the same time so I don't lose track of it. back to the small squares. Okay, I'm going to have to change position in just a little bit because I'm going to run out of the construction bubble. But you can kind of see what I'm doing right now. Got a nice little flooring pattern going on. Lightwood lemonade. Lightwood lemonade. Oh wait, I'm doing this a little bit too early. There we go. Okay, and that's not really going to matter right there because it's buried underneath, so that's cool. We got this whole area. And yeah, that whole area is going to be buried, so we actually don't even need to complete the floor right there, which is actually a load off my mind, really. I should, though, for right here, at least complete the floor coming from the door. That way I can properly build this ladder, or I mean this, staircase. Ladder. Okay. Right there, I believe. Right there. Whatever. It don't matter. Why? Because there's a hill coming up there anyways, right? Why am I even wasting my time? Okay, let's build one here, though. We definitely do need one here. And in order to build it, I'm going to have to disassemble that one. There we go. And let's do the same for over here. Get this built. Okay, I am gonna need, it looks like a couple floors. Let's go ahead and make them. We need one there and one there. There we go. Alright, well, let's take a step back. Let's go ahead and check out kind of the progress from a further angle and see where we should add, where we should subtract. Okay, so we got the main flooring in. Okay, we've got kind of like the side towers area somewhat built. We got that. I'm going to start toying with the general structure up on the top. I think that's what I'm going to do. Now, this is going to be probably the most difficult part out of anything in this. so I'm just going to be standing on the inside of here. That's so I can get the maximum amount of build distance. Okay, so we're up here on top. We need to simulate the large cylindrical, well, it's actually more of an octagon, but we need to simulate that. So we've got to build. Why is this snapping? Okay, so it looks like it'll actually snap right to the center of one of these. That actually will have me rethink the design of the top right here. And we can accommodate it for that, actually. I just need to shift around what I'm building with, but that's fine. Okay, so basic concrete. Let's get some small floors. It's not going to be direct center, though. That's the problem. Huh. Well, maybe actually that works out in my favor. If I leave that bare in the middle, right, I should be able to place it. Just as long as it doesn't try to force me to snap it to one of these other places, I should be able to do it. Either that, or what I can also do is try to build a foundation here. If I can build a foundation here, that's perfect. Okay, let's, I guess, revert back to what we had before. Where the hell did I build that floor? Okay. Okay, so specialist foundation. Okay, will it build? No, it will not build on top. I could swear I see it like changing in the color that it would normally let me build. No. Okay. No. Ooh. That will build, though. Okay, that gives us some possibility here. But I just want to try one more time. Yeah, it's so odd that it makes me do that. Okay, so I can do a cylindrical foundation. Okay, that's pretty equidistant on each side. Good, good, good. And now that that is there, we can go ahead and... Well now, yeah. Look at how critically low on supplies I am. I do have some magnetized ferrite in excess, so let's turn that into pure ferrite. I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with this inside, though, but we have a lot of room. I mean, this can be definitely a fantastic build space. Alright, keep that cooking, and let's go. Okay, I need to wait another sec, but I want to take a look at this picture anyways first. Okay. Yeah, I just cannot recreate that curvature, or I mean that kind of angle right there. But this, I'm gonna count pretty much each level as about, yeah, so we'll do, I got the base foundation, let's do 4 high, and then we'll end it there, and then I'll see what I could build on top of this.
Extreme night temperature detected.
Alright, so I think that is good. Now, I just need to figure out for the top here how we're going to make that whole top section. I can make it out of these. Okay. Now, let me explain a little bit. So I just made it up to pretty much here. So all I'd have to do is make kind of like a solid cylinder and then just make this kind of pillared section, and then I could top it off with like a cone shape. Oh, hey, what's up, Rock? But that's what I'm thinking. Okay. I may have to find a way to get, or I may have to like build a staircase to get to the top over here, but okay. Yeah, so other than that, I can build these cylinder-shaped ones, right? So my choices are really kind of limited here. I mean, I can do without kind of like the base, because it does have like this kind of lip section here, and then from there I can just use like, you know, these as pillars, right? So let's place like one here. right? Those can kind of be the pillars up in that upper section. Now I just need to think of the top. What am I going to crown it with? Like, there's just not a big enough kind of thing to do it, right? So... I don't know if there'll be enough room to do them all, but then I could do that. Okay, let's try that. I do need more supplies, though. Let's go on a supply run.
Extreme night temperature detected.
Alright, so let's actually get a better view of this place. I think that looks okay for a first try. I gotta, like, stick a statue right on the top of it. I mean, it's kind of like the best we can do with what we have. But then again, I mean, I probably should narrow the top somehow. That way I can have kind of that be nice and more symmetrical. You know, make it look more legit. And then up there on top, I need to crown it with something. Okay. Back to another space station. Let's go to, I don't know. We'll go to that one. Right now, we're just kind of picking random ones because I completely cleaned out most of them.
Product received. Technology recharged.
Alright, let's go back.
Extreme night temperature detected.
I mean, what am I gonna do? That's a problem up here. Okay, let me see if I could do something funky with foundations. If I can do that one down there, that, well, it makes me believe that I can maybe pull off doing something like a flat foundation up here. But I might be sorely mistaken. Yeah, I'm not gonna be. I could maybe do like a square, but that's it. Dang. Okay, scratch that idea. How about we just try like a floor? Maybe a floor will work. No? Okay. I think actually my initial idea of just having something like that flat to go ahead and actually build on top of would be better. See, and that just looks like crap. I don't know, we gotta figure that out. I've also got to buy a statue to go up there, statue to go over there, but I guess let's go ahead and shrink down the upper level by a bit so we can make it look like it has that angle to it. Let's just figure out how many levels up we want to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could do the upper 4 floors in. Let's do that. Whoops, got rid of an extra wall there. So, what I'm thinking, the only way to kind of step it inward and still have an enclosed structure is going to be to, yeah, probably use floors. And then if I'm lucky, I could snap something into place kind of at an odd angle, but honestly, I don't like doing that. It just kind of makes things look odd. Let me go ahead and start putting up walls just to get an idea of what it'll look like. You know what? It won't look too bad. Let's try it. Let's try it. I don't mind disassembling all of this, honestly. Where did I put that extra wall? How irritating. Where did I put it? Where's the extra wall? There you are. You know, I could put actually a door on each side over here as well. Hmm. Okay, so that steps it up a bit, I think. Okay, so now what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to bring this in, which won't be too hard actually. It only sounds harder than it is. Yeah, I will need that one there actually. Okay. Okay, good. I almost thought that I deleted something that I didn't want to. Okay. So we have to just get rid of this entire outer layer. You know what? Let's see what I could do here with, I can't build a floor there for some reason. I can build a floor there, though. Maybe it's because of this wall. Yep. When in doubt, blame the walls. Oh, wait, no, that's not gonna work anyways. What am I doing? That was a stupid idea. I have something else in mind. And I just happen to need these small floors for that. Oh, almost done. Jeez. Alright. Oh shit, I put a floor probably somewhere inside the building. I'm gonna have to check on that. It's a good thing I left the inside of the building hollow at this point. Okay, where's the extra floor? Where is the extra floor? I know I built an extra one. Where are you? Probably somewhere on the outside of the building. Well, I got a floor somewhere. That's extra. Okay. I'm gonna have to rethink that top, but we'll just have that there. That's temporary, right? Let's go ahead and I guess work on the rest. So I think for roofing, right? It looks like it's flat, so we're gonna have to go with a flat. Yes, yes, it is an Easter egg. Okay, so I think we could go with flat, regular kind of, probably glass actually, just to let the light in. I think that'll work just fine. I am going to have one gap there, so I am going to have to offset. Yeah, if you find it, you can keep it. Hell yeah. I'll tell you what. You find it, you can keep that. Oh, come on. Why can't I build it there? What a potty pooper. I think it's because there's a half wall there. It won't allow me to. What? What? Por qué? Yo, why are you giving me trouble building those? Whatever. I'll get to the chopper! Wow, why won't it let me build those? That is so bunk. What the hell is that? Okay, so I can't build a lip to the damn wall? That is so bunk. Let me try to... You see, now it will let me build. that one there. Let me build that one there. Okay, so when that happens, I'm just gonna have to disassemble the wall and reassemble it. Great. Fucking Arnold. I swear, that guy is like the man of the century, really. I mean, a horrible taste in women, but yeah. Whatever. I ain't no prize, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, well, there's a half wall. If you find it, you can keep it. It's a twofer. Probably one of my favorite one of his one-liners though was from the Predator when he's like when they're just messing up that base and then he just throws that knife, sticks him right into a pole, and he's like, "Stick around." I mean, that is such an awesome one-liner. The absolute king of one-liners. Man, kind of stinks when like when you really think about it. I mean, that guy's life was so epic, you know, and then what takes him down? Having an illegitimate child was probably one of the ugliest human beings I've ever seen. But hey, you know, whatever. The guy is still like the most. I mean, like, he is like the luckiest guy in the universe. I mean, if you've ever heard Bill Burr's kind of like bit about Arnold Schwarzenegger, it is hilarious. I would totally check it out if you haven't. It's just like this guy is in the zone seriously for like 3 decades, and then boom, all down the toilet because he boned the maid. I'm gonna be the governor of a state I can't even pronounce. Boom, wins, nothing but net. Seriously though, I mean, he actually, if it wasn't for California's dumbass legislature, he could have actually done a lot of good. The thing that most people don't really understand about California is that you got San Francisco and you got Los Angeles, which are the huge population centers, and then everywhere else is like completely different from those population centers. So you end up with a hugely misrepresented state. I mean, our state capital is Sacramento, and like Sacramento is like a small town, you know? It's not even really like what you like. If you've been to Los Angeles and then you see Sacramento, you're just like, holy crap, this is like the boonies. What the hell? Yeah, it's so strange how that works. By far the biggest city in all of California is where I live. That's Los Angeles. Los Angeles is so damn huge that it's like you need a car to get anywhere, and that's not an understatement at all. But what's funny also is that this is like probably one of the worst cities in the world to have a car because there's so much damn traffic everywhere you go. Pretty much, actually. I mean, LA's got Los Angeles County alone is about the size of, I would say, a smaller state. Like, I think LA is bigger than Rhode Island. And when it comes to population, LA is huge. I mean, LA City proper, you got to think LA City proper also, and then you got to think of all the smaller sub cities that consist of Los Angeles County. So, I mean, you're talking about, LA proper somewhere around 10 million, and then all the suburb areas another 10. I mean, it's so bad in some areas though that it's getting really ridiculous. Like, for example, I grew up in a city called Santa Monica, which is actually these days a very, very well off area on the west side. I live actually not too far away from it, but I don't live in the city proper. Um, but I mean, you look at a place like Santa Monica, and they are one just small constituent part of LA, So that whole area, plus every area near it, plus every area near it, it's just huge. It's almost impossible, really, to get anywhere. And then when I was working in Santa Monica, I again didn't used to live very far from the office, maybe 5 miles. That 5 miles at the end of the day would take me roughly about an hour to drive. Now, granted, that 5 miles, one day I actually wanted to test it and I walked it. And I got home pretty much at the almost the exact same time as what it would take me to drive. So, yeah, I know. Well, that's mainly because of like Hollywood and stuff like that. And you've got actually very large video game companies that are in LA too. I think EA has offices right here in Marina del Rey. Um, I think Blizzard has an office around here too. I forget, but I know EA for sure has an office over here. It's in Mar Vista. But I don't know. It just the type of economy is shrinking though. Like we used to have actually a really big auto industry here, but they all left. Actually, in Los Angeles and in Long Beach, actually, there was, or no, Torrance. There was the Toyota corporate headquarters for Toyota USA, and there was the Nissan corporate headquarters. Both of them moved to Texas. I mean, that's just because it costs too much to do business in LA these days. I mean, hell, it is so bad. Okay, Let me tell you, this is how bad it is here in LA when it comes to cost. Okay, everybody says, yeah, cost of living is high, right? Well, if you go on, let's just say pizzahut.com, right? You order yourself a pizza. You get to the end of the bill, and of course, these days everybody charges you delivery charges and stuff like that. Well, there's actually a charge at the bottom right over there for us that is a service charge, which is actually imposed on us here in California because it costs more for them to do business here than it does in other states. So they charge us an additional, like, I think it's like 35 cents or something like that per order. That's how bad it is. Literally, you order a pizza, they charge you more than everywhere else in the country. An additional surcharge just because your state is filled with a bunch of assholes that tax like crazy. But that's enough of me ranting about that crap. Okay, this is starting to look good. Oh, it is? Yeah. I hear that in London the property is crazy, just like over here. I mean, like, I don't know what the conversion is, p to dollar, but over here, like in the, like, let's just say around where I live, Venice, Santa Monica, it's a very expensive area. One bedroom apartment, like a flat, will cost you somewhere in between 2,500 at the very, very lowest, and that's for a really, really bad one in a bad area, and then upwards of 45, like, let's just say 5,000 is pretty much the high cap. How much is it in London? Is it like what, like I guess that would be equivalent to like £4,000 a month? I don't know. Do you guys wait? Yeah, yeah. You guys use pounds. You don't use the euro. Thank God. And you know what? I'm taking a look at this. I should probably make this into a 4x4 structure on the side here. See, this is the good thing about doing it like this. You can literally just change your mind halfway through. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, we got a lot of high prices here in LA too, let me tell you. I mean, the house that I grew up in, right? Up to, like, I think I was in the middle of elementary school, but we were in Santa Monica. It was the house that my grandfather actually bought back in the 50s when he came back from Korea. But that place, two-bedroom house built in the 1940s, that place is worth about 2.5 million right now, and it's never been renovated. So I would imagine London would be most likely somewhere around the same. Because property value, I mean, is highly dependent on in California, highly dependent on what city you're in. Because just depending on the city, your property value could, quadruple, or go up by a factor of 10. Just think of that though, a two-bedroom house that's like maybe, let's just say 2,500 square feet. You know, the size of an apartment, really, the size of a large apartment. But then again, I mean, I do listen to LBC, and I hear all the time about how like London prices are getting so bad that people are having a hard time paying rents and stuff, and you've got a lot of people who live outside of London, just like here. Like you've got tons of people who live in the suburbs now, though, so traffic is getting horrible, or at least that's what I hear. I hear, you know, well, on LBC, thankfully, the one reason why I like that station is that they tend to talk. And I mean, you got those guys like Faraj and stuff, but I mean, you've got like a pretty even-handed group of people there, where you've got multiple points of view, and they like to talk, ask tough questions. I like that. Plus, actually, to tell you the truth, I think that Nigel Farage is actually pretty damn funny. He's like uh, he's like one of the UK's best trolls, honestly. Okay, I have to look at that picture again. No, these are flat. What am I doing? I cannot make a rookie mistake like that. Alright, so I guess we go with floors again. And I guess we'll do, well, we'll do another one of these like this. Well, honestly, I would say I'd say the UK is in a pretty good position right now. It's all actually up to your legislators, because the EU, honestly, it's good that you guys are out of the EU. It is really good, actually, because you've got to think the purpose of the EU, the way it stands now, is it's a giant leveraging machine. It's all money, really, and in Brussels, you don't want that. You don't want, you know, people who don't represent you making your laws for you. And everybody's, that's such a contentious subject. As an American, I'm not going to even get into that. That's your guys' mess over there. I'll let you keep it. But I would say, I mean, especially considering the fact that, I mean, the UK, the way that your guys' economy is set up, I mean, you guys could probably hit up some crazy trade deals with the BRICS nations now, without having to, you know, deal with all of the concessions that you would have to put in for Eastern Europe and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I feel kind of bad for you guys, because you guys have had so many elections like recently and stuff, and so many leader of the country has shifted so many times and stuff. Yeah, that's the one thing. As a Scottish person in the UK, yes, you are very, very underrepresented in the North, definitely. And you know what? There is like an ironclad, cultural difference between people from the North and people from the South. And I mean, yeah, in Scotland, you guys are more pro EU. That's cool. But honestly, as an American, I'd say that you guys are better off without it. I mean, just as long as really those a-holes over on Downing Street just, are fair, you know. Usually, everybody in the UK throws money at like London and stuff like that, when really Scotland needs a lot more. I would say, the UK needs to invest more in Scottish industrialization, do more to protect, especially Scottish communities and stuff. Police, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that whole Scottish independence movement. Yeah, and if that happens, then yeah, it won't be the UK. It'll just be Scotland, Britain. Technically, won't be Great Britain anymore. But I doubt that that'll happen. Honestly, with the amount of destabilization that'll come with that, I mean, just think of it this way. Do you really think the Scottish people are going to be down for not only the destabilization of the way things are now, but then also with that, and then kind of trying to recoup a relationship with the EU and stuff? Trust me, my friend. I totally get what you're talking about, but that's also a bit of propaganda right there. I mean, one of the reasons why food in the US kind of costs so damn much is also because we have actually one of the tightest regulatory systems for food in the world as well. That level of it is more at the production level. But then again, the way that the global food supply chain is changing, actually, most of the time when you buy chicken in the UK, I would doubt that it's actually even I mean, that you'd even run across something like that. Instead, you're buying most likely like Chinese, which oh god, that is scary. Well, that's cool. I mean, honestly, if that's what you guys feel is best for you guys, I mean, power to you, honestly. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know what's better, what's best for your country, you know what I'm saying? All I have is just really my perspective as a, I guess, middle of the road American guy. Well, I get my info mostly. Well, I try not to watch the BBC much these days just because they are just full of shit all over the place. But I do watch the BBC sometimes. I do listen to LBC too, and pretty much, I do follow a lot of people in the UK on YouTube and stuff. They do a lot of current events and stuff like that. God, that's going to be a nightmare, though, just thinking about it. I mean, just thinking about even how much the Northern Ireland issue was. Oh, God. I can't even. Well, you see, the thing is that, yeah, for you guys, what'll probably end up happening is, yeah, you guys would end up most likely having to have a hard border in between Scotland and Britain. It would be, I think, the only way that you guys could actually, yeah, do the whole customs union thingy. But the great thing actually about the EU is because of the size of the market also, I mean, when it comes to what they negotiate for drugs and stuff like that. Yeah, over here in America, I wouldn't know just because, I mean, like, well, I live in the state that's the largest agricultural producer in the country, and the United States produces pretty much like some actually crazy amount of like food. I think the only countries that beat us out are like China, and they're gigantic. Yeah, I honestly am not a fan though of like I don't know. Just as an American, I guess in comparison to European points of view, you would I guess see an American point of view as more of like on the right of things, or if you're looking at it right left on the right side of things. So anything that I say is probably going to have more of that kind of spin to it. But me generally, I'm also, my father was born in Korea. Asian people tend to be more on the conservative side of things. So yeah, well, I don't know. London is just insane. I don't understand what the hell that guy City Khan is doing. I mean, I try to listen to him every time that he's on the radio because I am concerned about the state of of London. But yeah, I just don't see though how they can waste so much money down there in the South. I mean, I hear them talking about spending on all kinds of programs and stuff, and then I hear like, next that, oh yeah, they're having homeless issues just like here in the United States over in the UK and especially Scotland. I heard it's like what that never used to be. What the hell? Plus, I mean, their whole ban on knives and stuff. I mean, that's just some ridiculous shit. Oldest Ponzi scheme in the world. Honestly, just the whole way that it's set up is just odd. But then again, I mean, it's what you get for having, I guess, like a half in, half out monarchy. I mean, I guess. Oh, okay. I just heard that homelessness was on the rise, and I heard that in Scotland, it's actually present now when it wasn't before, really. I don't know. I can't really compare it to the homeless problem that we have here because it's just ridiculous. I mean, if you want to hear something really funny, I mean, the homeless population of Los Angeles they have no idea for sure, but somewhere in between 100 and 200,000 people.
Extreme.
Most likely it's towards the low end of it. It's most likely towards the, about 100,000. But there's literally at least 200,000 homeless people in this state. So, yeah, you guys have the Scotland Yard up there, right? Uh, yeah. I mean, I would take it that you guys have. I mean, the way the Scotland Yard works is much like how our local, kind of like how our county municipalities work. Ah, well, I say good luck to you guys, honestly. I mean, and that comes from an American, someone or a. I'm actually a true-blooded descendant of people who fought in the Revolutionary War. So we as Americans know everything about, or we know all about getting independence from those guys in the South. Oh, really? Really? I did not know that. Learn something every day. That's cool. Okay, I'm gonna have to relocate this silo, but that's fine. I did not know that. That's cool. Or that's not cool, but I mean, it's cool to know. Semi interest. Hey, you know what? I'm all about learning new stuff about other places, you know? You know, it's all about becoming informed, I guess they say, right? I like this section of it. It's been really, really jazzy. I like this type of music. It's nice and it's got a. I wouldn't. I mean, it doesn't have like a melancholy beat or anything like that. It's really kind of got a. I don't know, a nice feel to it. I like it. Okay, so I'd say we'd probably be better off doing it like. Yeah, it's just like, you know, as anybody from somewhere else, it's just always hard to wrap your head around, the issues that other places are having, you know? Yeah, that's true too. I mean, most of the problem these days when it comes to people being misinformed is really the media. It just depends on who you listen to and all that kind of, or, what station you listen to and whatnot. And yeah, it sucks. I'd much rather just be informed, you know what I'm saying? All right, and can't see the rest because it's kind of under that hill right there. But I'm liking this. It's kind of like what if the Lighthouse of Alexandria existed on a planet where the ocean dried up or something like that? Monumental climate change, you know? Yeah. Well, it's important though to always look at it. These are first world problems, you know? There's always some more. There's always more pressing issues, I guess, in the world. But okay, let's put some floors here on the inside. I'm thinking regular concrete should be fine. Um, I could actually make this tower section a bit deeper, but I don't know. We'll have to think about that. See, I love the sound of this type of music right here. The violin and everything. It kind of reminds me of like colonial music or colonial times music, which I really like actually. Okay, this is getting harder and harder to try to build. Let's see, I think right there. Hmm. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do for these right here. Hmm. I don't know. Again, this is like the preliminary build. We are going to be doing tweaking to this. So this is mainly just so we can get the main scale of it. And then from there, it's all about editing materials and stuff like that. But, you know, the step does, I guess, help a little bit. It does help narrow it out just a little. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Damn. Okay. So we do have the added benefit of a lot of this being buried, so we don't actually have to build the floor in a lot of places, but we do have to get it in most of these outer spots. What? I hit my construction limit? What? So it won't even let me build past the construction limit. Oh, what? Oh, that is messed up. That is really messed up. Since when can we not build past the construction limits? Excuse me, but I just built the Great Fucking Pyramid. What do you mean I can't construction limit? Mm.
Extreme night temperature detected.
Okay, so we hit a roadblock. What is the roadblock? Well, it won't actually let me build past the construction limit. So this is where I'm at right now. I can't do anything else. I can't furnish the inside. I can't build additional staircases, additional floors, nothing. What is that shit? Honestly, I have to just let it out right now. What is that? Why can I not build any more than this? This isn't even that big. Seriously. Construction limit reached. Ah. Okay. So, I guess that's it for this first attempt. I guess good for a first attempt. Yeah, it's totally fucking trolling me. I mean, seriously, how is it that I built the Great Pyramid, but I can't build this? Really? I mean, that makes no sense whatsoever. None. Whatever. Okay. Well, I think actually with that, we're good. Now that Sean Murray decided to personally troll me right here, after all that work, we can no longer even continue with the construction on that thing. So, we'll have to rethink it. Now we're completely confined, it looks like, by the construction limits. So, we're going to have to figure out exactly how big we can get something now. Ugh, this is going to be so annoying. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I've got a... Yeah, well, yeah, thanks, Brock. Appreciate it. Nice project. I guess we can try it again somewhere else, but I guess we're going to have to reduce the size of it by a lot. Not exactly going to be as effective, you know what I'm saying? But whatever. We'll figure it out. Anyways, thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Always appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.